Hello, chat. How are you doing today? It's time for more Final Fantasy XIV. I have a new headset because my old one literally died in the middle of me doing the new 7.5 story. So, that's really cool. But anyway, today we're going to be finishing up the last bit of Ishgard Restoration / Firmament quests. There's about 4 main ones, and then I think 4 side ones. And once that's done, we'll probably call it for the day. Might end up being a pretty short stream, but I think ultimately that is fine. Mostly because the next one might be a little bit longer, and that's one that I would like to have a guest on for. But anyway. As you can see... Oh wait, that's not the right screen. What am I doing? The stream's not over yet. Dipshit. As I was saying, there are fetes happening right now, which is like crafting fates that happen occasionally in this place. We will not be participating in them, nor will we be reading them because we have better things to do. Anyway, let's begin. Shut up, Celebration Guide. Not by bread alone. Francel, deep in thought, gazes intently at the streets of the firmament. Ah, Rusha, 'tis always a pleasure to see you here in the firmament. I'm certain you'll agree that the place is feeling livelier and more cultured than ever. Is it not? Truly, we could not have hoped to accomplish this without the help of our preeminent sky builder. Truly, I have not the words to express the depths of my gratitude. Now, trust me, I literally did not participate on this character. Recently, I have had occasion to take the briefest of respites from my daily duties. Oh my god. Anyway. And reflect upon the reconstruction effort as a whole. And in doing so, my mind oft returns to Amanalane's words that day. An ever-growing number of Ishgardians now make their residence in the firmament, and its markets bustle with customers and exotic wares from across the realm. What more could be needed? The answer was clear. A place where those who live and ply their trade here can leave behind their worries and cares, and indulge the finer pleasures of life. There we go. Yes, the newly completed Risensong Quarter shall be precisely that, and I would like nothing more than for you to be the first to walk its streets with me. If, of course, you have no more pressing commitments at the moment. Splendid! Then let us make for Sir Vaindro's Grace. I think that you, too, will be keen to lay your eyes on a location which I believe to be the pride of the firmament. I am filled with an utmost sense of pride and satisfaction, seeing Lord Prancel's dream come to fruition as it has. Pray, take in the firmament to its fullest, Mistress Rusha, for you have played as much a role in this as any. Alright, off we go. I'm gonna go this way. Also, I'm fairly certain, let me double check this because I can't fucking wrong anger. Let me look at my, yes, this is also the first, stream since, FanFest, NA FanFest has happened, which means we know the name of the new expansion, we know, a ton of the features that are coming, we know a whole lot. I don't really have the energy to discuss all of that at length right now, but there are plenty of things that can sum up all of the things that are happening and stuff like that. And as things become relevant to what we're doing, you will hear about them in these streams. I do hope our presence won't be a bother. Forgive me. The building before us I have dubbed Sir Vaindro's Grace. It is a place where the ailing and injured might see their wounds or maladies tended to. Some of our patients require only the briefest of treatment before they are back on their feet again, while those with more serious conditions might stay in these halls for months. There are even those here suffering from troubling sicknesses not visible to the eye, but our healers do their best to provide succor just the same. The construction of this facility was first proposed by the House of Commons, but the plan was met with immediate and overwhelming approval in the House of Lords as well. How heartening it is to see our nation come together for a worthy cause. Needless to say, be they commoner or noble, in these halls all patients receive the attention and care they deserve, nor do we turn away any who seek employment here, regardless of their background or station. And all they have to do is pay a nominal fee to get their health care. I forgot to read that. Beg pardon, me lord, milady, if I might trouble you a moment. I am but a humble artist, working to capture the reconstruction of the firmament on canvas for posterity. Saw the two of you here, and simply could not walk by without expressing my gratitude. Ah, but yes, I do believe I have had the pleasure of looking upon your paintings. You have our thanks as well for your most exquisite... Wait, why does your face look so familiar? You are of House Cheverdon, are you not? You are gracious indeed, my lord, to remember one of such humble blood. It is true, I once had the honour of paying my respects to you when introduced by Sir Adderfell at a banquet. And you, of course, Rouger. There is no greater honour than to see you before me. 'Twas always my dream to become an artist, to capture the world around me in all its beauty, all its sadness on my easel, that future generations may never forget the time that we lived in. And yet in times of war there was of course no time for such lofty pursuits. And so I donned my armour and took up my blade, resigned to the thought that I would one day fall in the unending battle against the Horde. Oh, how my heart sung the day you felled the dread Nidhogg, ushering in a new dawn for our great nation. At long last I am able to lay down the weapons of war and take up my brush as I had dreamed of for all those years. Truly, it would not even be an understatement to say that your heroism inspires every stroke that I paint. Also, in case you missed it, Sir Adderfell, the Sir Adderfell he mentioned, is the same Sir Adderfell that we fought in the Vault. He's one of the Knights of the Heavensward. Forgive me. Moreover, I am proud to say that my work has been put on display right here in the halls of St. Vaindrow's Grace. Not to be overly presumptuous, but I feel there is a role for fine art to play in bringing succor to the hearts of the suffering. To that end, I have also made an effort to teach my craft to all those who would learn. Ah, there you are. I was hoping to inquire about the price of your latest masterpiece. Oh, pray forgive me. Clearly you have more important matters to deal with. I meant not to intrude. No apology needed, my good man. On the contrary, I have imposed upon my illustrious friends far too long already. And with that, I shall take my leave. Thank you for giving this humble artist the opportunity to express his appreciation in person. Whenever you see one of my works, know that they would never have been possible were it not for you. I like his pants. Be proud, Rouger. Truly you have made your mark on our nation and its people in more ways than one. Now, shall we make for the next stop on our little tour? To Snow-Soak Springs we go. Oh, it's like Snowcloak, but soak. Like what Mormons do. Cut this happy music. It's not supposed to be happy, it's Ishgard. Everything is supposed to be horrible in Ishgard. I welcome you to Snow-Soak Springs, Rouger. Waters here are natural thermal springs extracted from some subterranean veins beneath Corthus. We see to it that an ideal temperature for bathing is preserved by means of the finest fire crystals, procured directly from the Dravanian highlands. Needless to say, the springs are open to one and... Chief! Miss! Don't leave us alone here, I beg of you! Quit your whining already, you know we can't very well stay here forever. Oh hey, it's the Lalafell lady and her Rogan assistant from earlier. Well, if it isn't Lord Francel and his Star Skybuilder, perhaps you could talk some sense into this fellow. As you well know, we are itinerant artisans, plying our trade all across the realm. When we finish one task, we must move on to the next. We don't mind to celebrate a job well done here before heading to Limsa for our next assignment, but... I simply can't bear to see the chief go. Why, without them, who will set me right when my hammering technique falters? Who will scold me when I am tempted to slack off on my duties? As you can see, this fellow simply refuses to let us go. Would you be so kind as to have a word with him on our behalf? All good things must come to an end. You have a job to do. This needs not be goodbye. Go back to work. If you have time to lean, you have time to clean. I don't know. I know this, and yet I simply owe so much to the chief for all she has taught me. I fear that I will not be able to live up to her expectations in her absence, and yet, I suppose you're all right. I must soldier on somehow. It's just as the savior of Ishgard here says, so stand up straight and quit your whinging for once. That goes for the whole lot of you. You all had, and'll continue to have, a hand in one of the most impressive rebuilding efforts this realm has ever seen. So take some damn pride in your work, that the firmament might soar to even greater heights. Aye, aye, Chief! Well, that was a rather unexpected distraction. Still, all's well that ends well, I suppose. Smile and nod. And with that, I do believe we shall be on our way. Pray accompany me to the main plaza of the Risen Song Quarter, will you? I wish we got to see more of these two. They're funny. Are they still around, is the question. Probably not. Nah, I'm not seeing them. Shoot dang! Oh well. Hi, you still have your cannon pointed at the neighbors, I see. I think I said it before, but it's definitely one way to make sure the HOA don't fuck with you. As you can see, this is the district's main thoroughfare, connecting the pillars above with the broom below. I oft walk the streets here to speak to the passers-by, and see if there is aught with which I might assist them. And with that, I do believe you've seen most everything the quarter has to offer. What say you, my friend? Did it live up to your expectations? Yeah, I love a hot spring. If it isn't the savior of Ishgard, and Lord Francel as well. Lord Forkerno said I might find the two of you here, and thank the heavens that I have. Conan, 'tis good to see you up and about again. I trust your wounds have healed. Indeed they have. Thanks to Marcelo and his most marvelous unguent, I can scarcely fear a thing. This is the guy who was injured in the battle with the dragons, and was not super keen on Marcelo, our dragon-mutated friend, staying here. I don't believe he was named before, though. And to think that if it were not for both of you, I would have never given the poor man a chance. Simply had to express my gratitude in person. And yet my words seem so woefully inadequate when measured against the profundity of your deeds. Though, truth be told, there is one more matter regarding which I would seek your counsel. Might you allow me to impose upon you for just a bit longer? Sure. Sometimes it seems as though you are in greater demand in the firmament than I, Rusha. Small wonder, given all that you have done for the people here. And on that note, there are many administrative duties that await my attention, and I had best be returning to them sooner rather than later. Till next time, my friends. Got some crab cakes. To preserve the toothsome texture of blue crab, chunks of flesh are gently folded into flour, and molded into cakes, which are pan-fried to golden perfection, and chili crab, a whole blue crab braised in its shell in a piquant sauce which takes on a rich shellfish flavor in the course of cooking. Cooking. Mr. Cook. Francel's fervent wish. Conan would consult with you regarding bringing a certain idea of his to fruition. I have heard much of your boundless generosity, but never did I believe the savior of Ishgard herself would entertain my humble request. Now, allow me to explain. Before that, pray let us join you, my friends. Oh, hey, Marcelo. Unfortunately, I'm not sick anymore, so I can't do the perfect voice, but hey, you know.
Mistress Rusha, how do you fare these days? As for me, I'm pleased to report that business at my provisioner's shop is positively booming of late. Truly, I owe it to you and Lord Francel. Speaking of which, that is precisely why we had hoped to speak with you today. We were discussing how nice it would be if we were able to do something to celebrate the firmament's restoration and express our gratitude to Lord Francel for all he has done on our behalf. I was speaking with Forkerno, and he mentioned that his master is particularly fond of music, and has, in fact, long dreamed of establishing his own orchestra. While that may be beyond our abilities, I thought the least we could do would be to arrange for a concert of sorts to be held in his honor. To that end, we're working to acquire the needed instruments, without consulting Lord Francel. We mean for this to be a surprise, you see. My friends tell me that you are among Lord Francel's closest friends and confidants. I'm certain that nothing would please him more than to see your face among the performers. What do you say? I can play the bow. Harp. I can also make it sound like other instruments, too. Splendid. I knew we could count on you. I, too, have endeavored to do my part by putting together the necessary instruments using parts and techniques I learned from a traveling artisan in town. It's far from a full orchestra, I'm afraid, but at the very least we have a piano, woodwind, and strings. We just set the piano in St. Roel's dais before coming here. Fortunately, it did not seem to arouse Lord Francel's suspicion. Furthermore, I've made an effort to procure a pair of every instrument. Should the mood strike Lord Francel, I thought a few things would stir the hearts of the townspeople than seeing the two of you play a duet. That said, I must confess that I am unsure as to what instrument our benefactor most favors. Might you be so kind as to inquire with Lord Forkerno for me? And pray, remind him not to divulge the matter to Lord Francel himself.
Leave it to me, or I'll try my best.
Many thanks, and with that, I'd best return to the dais to complete our preparations. Mariori here will be overseeing the finer details of the concert. Should you have any questions at all about the event, she will be more than happy to enlighten you. And remember, we must spare no effort to ensure that this remains a secret. We're counting on you, my friend.
All right. Well, it seems that we are going to be playing a piano for a concert. I remember when this quest came out, I was not particularly happy. Because, fun fact about me, when I was younger, I used to play piano. Against my will. My mother was under the impression that if I did not pick up some form of instrument or after-school activity type thing, that I would turn into a horrible basement-dwelling degenerate or something. She was kind of right, but in like a good way, I guess. And at first I played both guitar and piano, but then I dropped guitar to focus on piano, and I fucking hated it. I was okay at it, but like, I have never been somebody who's particularly good or diligent about like practicing something, especially if I don't like it. And so as a result of that, I was often berated by my teacher for not practicing. But I didn't care, because I didn't want to. looking back, this also maybe would have been a interesting way to point out that maybe I had some form of ADHD or autism, but we didn't think about it at that point. Did I get to pick the instruments, or did my mom pick? I think my mom picked, but I genuinely can't remember. Ah, Mistress Ruja, if it is Lord Francel you seek, I fear you have he's already returned to his quarters. Is there aught assistance I might offer? What kind of instrument does he like? He's like an oboe? A concert, you say? To commemorate the completion of the restoration effort. Lord Francel would be overjoyed. Of this I have no doubt. Truly, I cannot thank you enough for your most generous sentiment. The young lord is quite adept with many an instrument, as to which he most favors playing. On second thought, I have an idea. There is a person I would like you to meet. Might I ask you to wait here for just a moment? Okay. I hope this carriage doesn't run us over. That'd be unfortunate for me. Oh, hey, buddy.
My apologies for keeping you waiting, Mistress Ruja.
Mistress Lorelei, 'tis an honor and a pleasure both to see you again. Pray forgive me, I was unaware you were aiding us in the restoration effort. If I had known, I would have paid my respects far sooner.
I think maybe I wanted to do guitar because I was like, oh, guitar is cool. But then guitar is like really hard for me to do. And so I didn't like it. And I was like, I can do piano, that's okay. And then it turned out that I hated piano just as much.
My steward Fermion mentioned that he had heard from an attendant of House Halenart word of plans for a celebration commemorating the firmament's restoration. I take it that you too are involved in this?
Yeah. I could play Song of Storms on piano. That was my, like, crowning achievement. Because that was the only time I ever actually, like, went out of my way to pick a piano song that I wanted to play. Everything else was just kind of assigned to me.
I took the liberty of informing Lord Artoirel of your intention to hold a concert in Lord Francel's honor. Perhaps you were unaware, but Lord Artoirel is one of the realm's foremost collectors of orchestrion rolls. Much as I had hoped, he has taken a keen interest in your idea.
To tell the truth, in addition to my collection, I have been known to dabble in the art of composition myself. Look at this invisible thing that I'm giving you. As a matter of fact, I have penned a duet for the piano inspired by the sights and sounds of the firmament. Lots of Moogle screeching. Nothing would give me the greater honor than if you and Francel were to perform it together at the festivities.
Splendid idea. My lord has quite the passion for the piano. I am certain he would be more than pleased to perform your piece. If my eyes did not deceive me, a most stately piano already sits atop St. Roy's dais. If you have a moment or two to spare, pray consider playing a little tune or two on it to practice. Often takes time to get accustomed to a new instrument. In the meantime, I shall ask around and see if I cannot find a few more skilled performers willing to join you up on stage.
Marvelous. In that case, I shall return home and prepare a transcription of the score at once. Must confess, just the thought of hearing the sweet sound of music ringing out across the firmament has me feeling as giddy as a schoolboy. It will be all I can do to stop myself from skipping and dancing through the streets. Yippee, here I go. Wahoo.
And now it's time for my least favorite objective of all time, practice the piano. Hi, Mariori.
It is the highest of honors that will count the savior of Ishgard herself among our performers. I hope that you will enjoy being a part of the event as much as our audience will no doubt appreciate your presence.
Yes, I do believe this should make for a good venue. Well, good, because the piano's already been dropped off here, and I don't think they're fucking moving it again.
What do you think of the instruments? I'll have you know that every single one is homemade by these very hands. Promise you that each was made with painstaking precision.
Alright. An impressive-looking piano sits atop St. Royale's dais, inviting you to tickle its keys. Sure. Alright. I don't remember how this works, and clearly neither does Rusha. You feel as if your piano playing skills have improved considerably, apparently. If only that was fucking how it worked. Okay, let's right-click on the piano. Actually, hang on, let me check. Okay, yeah, no, nobody's shit has updated. Your diligent effort before seems to have borne fruit, though you feel as if there is room for improvement. Practice the piano some more. If only the real world were like Persona, and I could just do a task and like get a hard number improvement on it, and then just do it over and over again. Having completed your practice, you now feel confident that you can comfortably perform any tune placed before you. Your fingers tickle the keys with ease, giving you the confidence that your abilities have improved considerably. Check back with Mariori and see how the preparations are coming along. Hey Dalen, what's up? Oh, Gala Kitten. Thank you. Rumors that the gods kill one of these adorable creatures every time a young man thinks pleasurable thoughts are unfounded. What? What did they mean by that? Alright, let's find this little guy. Though its wings appear to be constructs of some sorts rather than actual body parts, any who draw close are met with a violent flurry of scratching and punching, making it impossible to thoroughly inspect the creature's backside. Watch it, this kitten has claws. That's true.
Ah, Rusha, was that perhaps you that was practicing the piano just now? Why, that was a veritable virtuoso performance if I ever heard one. Clearly there is nothing that I could teach you. I am pleased to report that the preparations for the festivities are proceeding apace. With Farquharno's aid, we've managed to secure additional performers. Yes, I do believe this concert will be a performance to remember.
An unexpected symphony. Mariori is making the final preparations for the forthcoming concert.
My apologies for the wait, friend. I am pleased to announce that all preparations are completed, and we are ready for you to take the stage. Your fellow musicians should be arriving any moment as well.
Hey, Taka, do you remember how much the shiver emote was for tomes? Out of curiosity. Oh, hey, it's Andaloo.
Hail, Rusha. How goes it? It's quite the honor to have this opportunity to perform with you. Recently, I have had the occasion to rest at home with my family, and I have used this time to assist my daughter with her practice.
50? Damn it, okay, I was too off. I realized after logging in that I had some left over from when I was, like, spamming MSQ roulette, and I was wondering if maybe I had enough for it, but I don't think I do.
Rest assured that I will not miss a single note.
There you are!
Did you miss me, old girl? When brother told me about the concert, I knew I simply had to be a part of it. I'm quite the virtuoso with the flute, if you didn't know. Why, I cannot tell you how long I practiced that I might wing lovely Leniette's heart with the serenade of all her favorite tunes.
That's great, man.
What are the two of you doing here? And wearing the same garb, no less. Whatever is the occasion? Farquharno said you had an urgent matter to discuss with me. Is everything quite all right?
We have a surprise for you. Today, we celebrate the Reconstruction. And that is the surprise, that we're celebrating the Reconstruction.
A surprise? Could you possibly mean what I think you mean? Just so, Lord Francel. In celebration of the firmament's rebirth, and as but a small token of our appreciation for your efforts in leading the restoration, we would announce the establishment of the Risen Song Players, the Holy See's first official musical troupe. And now, without further ado, the stage awaits, my lord. The stage? You mean to say that I am free to join in the performance as well?
You are not merely free, Lord Francel. Why, it is a prerequisite for the performance itself. After all, this performance is being held in your honor, first and foremost, and I know as well as any that you'd give anything for a chance to perform with your dearest friends.
Truly, Lord Francel, it is the least we can do to express the depth of our gratitude. Marcelo, Ruja here, each and every man and woman here spared no effort to help make your vision a reality. Why, even my stuffy elder brother was prancing about with a spring in his step when we commissioned him to provide the score for the occasion. You wouldn't want to disappoint him now, would you? And so here you go. Have yourself a copy of the score in hand, and take your place at the piano with Ruja here, where you belong. It's invisible. Special technique.
Lord Archwarel composed a piece for me. Oh, someone pray pinch my arm, friends, for surely this must be a waking dream. And that I might perform a duet with you, Ruja. I dare say it is only appropriate, as you have been my ever-constant partner and invaluable companion throughout this entire effort. It is an honor and a pleasure to share the stage with you, my friend. The audience is filling in as we speak, and so your fellow performers stand by and await your cue. We are prepared to begin as soon as the both of you are ready. Simply let me know when you're prepared to raise the curtain, and we shall get the show started.
But there is no curtain. Splendid! I too shall spend my last few moments tuning my instrument to perfection. Give me a shout as soon as you're ready, old girl. Everybody scatter! Oh wait, hold on. Are you ready? Prepared, my friend, then without further ado, let the show begin. So, rapid tap for yellow, timed tap for blue, hold for red. One sec. Oh, what is that line? But of course, my friend, I did not mean to rush you. Whenever you're ready to begin the performance, you need but say the word. Alright, let's just chat with everybody real quick. We await your cue, friend. Let us put on the performance of a lifetime and do Lord Francel proud. Your fellow performers are priming their instruments as we speak. As for the piano, rest assured that it has been tuned with the utmost of precision by yours truly.
I have perused the score, and I do not believe I shall have difficulty doing it justice. And yet, I must confess to feeling a touch anxious about the prospect of taking the stage with you, my friend.
Don't be. I am an amateur. I have practiced twice, but apparently that makes me a master piano player. So, let's do it. Otaku, am I remembering correctly that you have never done this quest before? I feel like I remember hearing you say that at one point. Wrong? Okay. I think there's Laniette in the crowd right there. Oh, there's Stephanivian. Oh yeah, there's plenty of people we can recognize in the crowd. Cute. Oh, let Sid yell in here. Sid, get out of my fucking concert hall. Only people who are nice to their daughters can be here. You piece of shit. Critical. Friday Night Funkin'. Oh, we're doing it. Shit. Fucked it up. Damn it. Fucked me up right at the end there. I almost got full combo. Game sucks. Look at those PS2 looking motherfuckers in the back. And those big ass celli, which I think is the plural of cello.
Don't correct me. We did it. Frankel, how do you feel?
My friend, I have no words to express how deeply that performance moved me. The notes will resonate in my heart for a lifetime.
Alright, I think you're laying it on a little thick there, buddy.
I am beyond honored to see Lord Francel so moved by the concert. He has given so selflessly to his nation and his people. It is the very least we can do in return. Mistress Ruja, thank you very much for the lovely performance. It was everything we had hoped to be, and then some. And from his glowing expression, I have little doubt that Lord Francel feels the same. Pray, and go talk to it with him, won't you? And with that, I should start preparing for the inevitable encore performance, to which I hope you would be not averse to taking part. Do stop by whenever you'd like.
I will not be fucking doing that. Smiles across the sky. Francel closes his eyes deeply, seemingly lost in reverie.
Ruja, you have left me at a loss for words once more. I have long dreamed of this day, and yet somehow it has exceeded even my wildest expectations.
It was an honor to count myself among your audience, my lord. To be on hand as the two individuals responsible for restoring life to the firmament paid tribute to its rebirth, why, I brought a tear to this old man's eye. Think that I would live to see Ishgard enter a true age of renaissance. Truly, I am blessed beyond relief.
I, too, oft find myself scarcely able to believe all that has come to pass. Foncrino, pray remind me not to forget to express my gratitude to the others. That said, Ruja, I do not know whether to be impressed or offended that you saw fit to keep this whole matter a secret from me. You know full well that I would have been more than willing to assist you in preparing for the festivities. But that is the smallest of qualms when I think of what this day must mean to all who have toiled to restore the firmament to its former glory, and far beyond. Not to mention all those who live, work, and play within these streets, both today and for the many, many years to come. If you will humor me, my friend, there is one last thing I would ask you. Despite being branded and hunted down as a heretic, you nevertheless delivered our nation from the throes of war and ushered Ishgard into a new age of enlightenment. Why does he say nevertheless? I don't think I've ever seen any other character in this entire game use that. Really bizarre. And Lord Haurchefort, your close companion and mine, in even the most trying of times, was ever a friend to the people, regardless of their blood or station. Ever did he strive to bring them joy and a brighter future. You and Lord Haurchefort were more than my friends and comrades. You were a beacon in the sky, a guiding light illuminating the path that I, too, could only dare to dream I might tread. And so, as best as I could muster, I followed in your footsteps, that I might bring happiness to my countrymen in my own humble way. Pray, tell me, my friend, have I done this? Do my contributions to this nation even begin to live up to the legacy that you and Lord Haurchefort have built?
You've done your homeland proud. Let's not get carried away with ourselves, shall we? I mean, honestly, yeah, this is pretty good. You did good, man. It'd be better if you gave them free housing, but you know what? We can't be perfect, you know?
Truly, Ruja. Oh, you cannot begin to imagine what it means to hear such words from you. This is the happiest day of my life. And now, if you would allow me just one final word. Countless Ishgardians gave their lives in the war. Among those who have lived to see this age, there is not a one who does not realize that their happiness is built upon the sacrifices of those who came before them. Needless to say, I feel the same, and I believe that the only true way for us to express our gratitude is to make the most of every single day we have, and spare no effort to leave an even brighter future to those who would follow after us. To that end, I offer my most heartfelt wishes for your continued health and happiness. As a hero of not just our own land, but countless others, I know the burdens you bear are great. I can only pray to the Fury that you are blessed with joy and prosperity far exceeding that which you have brought to all those whose lives you have touched.
Lord Overseer!
Lord Overseer, you must come at once. We have a visitor. Oh, could it truly be? Whatever is the meaning of this? Rusha, you heard the man. With me. Ah, Rusha, I am making the necessary preparations for an encore performance as we speak. Pray stop back a bit later if you feel inclined to share in the joy of music once more.
Yeah, that's the same line. Okay. Whatever could be happening? I do hope it is nothing too dire. My weary heart has had enough excitement for the day.
Whoever do you suppose this visitor is? I've asked Thomlin to escort our guest here, so let us wait for their arrival.
Oh! It's him. My apologies for the unexpected intrusion, Lord Francel. Ruja, 'tis always a pleasure to see you. And yet your presence here tells me that my own arrival has come too late. All of Ishgard has waited in anticipation of the day when we might celebrate the firmament's restoration. When I heard that a commemorative ceremony was to be held, I finished up my duties as best I could, that I too might attend. And yet...
Pray forgive me, Sir Emmerich. The festivities were prepared in secret by my friends here, and I myself was not privy to them. Had I known, your name, of course, would have been atop the guest list.
Think nothing of it, Lord Francel. It was a celebration of, by, and for the people of the firmament, yes? Your own presence here doubtless carried far more weight in their eyes than it would have mine own. And yet, might I inquire just what manner of ceremony was it? At the very least, I would relive it through your words.
But of course, my lord. My good friends here arranged for the group of players to perform a commemorative concert. Why, I even had the honor of taking to the stage to perform a duet with Ruja here.
Indeed. Truly, you are a woman of many talents, Ruja. Yeah, I practiced like twice. Not long ago, our people's hearts weighed heavy, their worries of whether they could put food on their plates or even live to see the morrow. Today, these same people smile as they walk these streets and fill the air with song. Long-suffering souls whose bodies are battered, who wanted for a roof over their head and warm clothes on their back. These same men and women now ply their trade as machinists, as merchants, breathing new life into our proud nation. And today, Ishgard sees its culture flowers and blossoms yet further, as the joy of music takes root in the hearts of the people, sending their hopes and dreams ever skyward. Lord Francel, for leading the restoration, and for all you have done to see the firmament transform into a living embodiment of our nation's new age, I commend you.
You do me too great an honor, Sir Emmerich. Though I am hardly worthy of such praise, I will endeavor not to disappoint you with my future efforts.
And with that, I had best return to my duties. It was an honor to join you for even the briefest of moments and see the remarkable work you've wrought. I shall return in the coming days for a closer examination. I can't wait to check out all the free housing that I'm sure you've put up.
Oh, shit. I guess we should... No, I'm not doing that.
To think Sir Emmerich would heap such praise upon my lord. This is all thanks to you, Mistress Lorelei. You have our eternal gratitude.
Whew! Try as I might, I find myself at a loss for words when standing before Sir Emmerich. I'm relieved I did not embarrass myself any further. Come to think of it, it all began here, did it not? I speak, of course, of the restoration effort itself. In the beginning, I could scarce even grasp what I was trying to accomplish. I was fumbling about in the shadows with you as my only guide, and yet... Look at the firmament now. It is the beating heart of our new Ishgard, its residents and visitors alike pumping life into our nation. And it will continue to do so long after I am gone. Needless to say, I know as well as any that my duties as Lord Overseer are far from complete. I will do all in my power to see that the firmament is ever a welcoming place for one and all, Ishgardian or traveler alike. I hope that you too, Ruja, will grace us with your presence from time to time. Pray, always think of the firmament as one of your homes away from home.
You got it, man. I will come back in 2 expansions or so. See? Anyway. Hey, buddy.
The reconstruction may have reached its goal, but my work here is far from done. I must ever place my finger on the pulse of this town and see that all who visit and reside here want for nothing. After all, there's no telling when Sir Emmerich might choose to stop by for another surprise inspection. That said, should a musical mood ever strike you, it would be a pleasure to take the stage together anew.
Let me just make sure that was the end of it. Yes, okay.
Performance was truly one for the ages, one that doubtless left a deep and mark on the hearts of any and all who listened. Promise me you'll not be shy about gracing us with an encore or two.
Oh, you know. Alright. Yep, 4 more quests to do. Let's go ahead and start up here with planting the seed, I think. And we should also run around and chat with everybody, see if there's any new updated dialogue. Small sack. A lonely sack rests on the streets of the Risensong Quarter, seemingly bereft of its owner. A simple, unadorned sack lies in the middle of the street. Might it belong to one of the residents of the Risensong Quarter? Look about nearby and see if you can't reunite the abandoned parcel with its owner. Okay, here I go. Hello? People? Any people around? Ow. Hi there.
Good evening to you, my dear madam. It's not every day a man gets paid a visit by the savior of Ishgard. What brings you here today?
Found a sack. Is it yours?
Oh, what's that? You found a sack just lying in the street? If I wouldn't be too bold to ask, might I have a look?
Small sack, an unadorned sack that you rescued from the streets of the firmament.
Just as I thought. If you're looking for the owner of this sack, you've found him. An acquaintance of mine just brought it to me, but we got so carried away in conversation that I completely forgot to take it with me. An embarrassing mistake, to say the least, but I fear this old noggin doesn't work quite as well as it when you get to my age. Still, pray forgive me, Ishgard's savior surely has better things to do than hauling sacks about town. But curious, the bag happens to be filled with flower seeds. Nymea lilies, to be precise. As you may know, they're quite popular as an offering to those who have left us. Started growing them to honor my own dear son. Gave his life in the war. Some of my neighbors took an interest, and then some acquaintances of theirs. As soon as I knew it, I had my own veritable nursery. Flowers are a beautiful thing, wouldn't you agree? They have a way of bringing smiles to faces, even in the most trying of times. It's just a hobby for me, so I don't ask for coin, but people are kind enough to repay me with seeds and gardening tools, which has allowed me to, branch out a bit more, one could say. At any rate, it's a good life, and one I wouldn't be living were it not for you and your friends bringing an end to the war as you did. Not to mention everyone's tireless efforts in building the firmament back up to where it even exceeds its former glory. Truly, I couldn't even begin to express my gratitude.
Wait, I have an idea. A few acquaintances of mine had mentioned their intent to come by and pick up some flowers. Might you be so kind as to deliver them in my stead? I reckon the flowers would mean that much more to them if brought by a real-life hero rather than an old greybeard like myself. My friends live right in the Risen Song Quarter, not far from here. You know your way around these parts, yes? Funny how fate plays out, isn't it? A single seed planted, literally that is, can lead to a nobody like me crossing paths with the very woman who saved our nation. Truly, it's nothing short of a miracle. Do this old man a favor just this once, won't you? Yeah, I can do that. I'm terribly sorry to impose on you like this, but it would mean the world to my friends in the Risen Song if you could deliver those lilies to them in my stead. Yeah, it's doable. Alright, where are we going? Up, mostly. Oh, that is pretty up. Oops. Me to do that. It's fine. Are my eyes to be deceived? Does Mistress Lorelei, hero of our land, stand before me? Oh, how the spinner has blessed me today. But whatever brings you to this humble place? Here you go. Nymea lily. Elegant, fragrant Nymea lily was clearly grown with the utmost of care. Well, I'll be. Lilies from old G-Cock. You know the man. Forgive my impropriety, but never in my wildest dreams would I imagine you'd be the one to bring them to me. I served House Dismail as a sellsword during the war. It wasn't a bad life, but it was far from an easy one. Every day I give thanks for the efforts of you and your companions, by which I am now long last able to live my days in peace. And, yet my thoughts often drift to my brothers and sisters in arms, who were not so fortunate as to live to see this day. It's the least I can do to honor their sacrifice. Placing old G-Cock's flowers in their graves is a small gesture, perhaps, but that never fails to put my heart at peace. Even this small gesture, why, what profound meaning it would take on knowing that these flowers were delivered by the hand of the savior of Ishgard herself. My comrades' souls will surely soar to the heavens with pride this day. Everybody keeps talking about soaring to the heavens. What's the deal with that? Why is everybody so fixated on soaring to the heavens? How strange.
My heavens, it couldn't be, but it is. I had heard rumors that the savior of Ishgard herself was personally assisting in the restoration effort, but never did I dream I would have the honor of encountering you in the flesh. Whatever brings you to the firmament this fair eve?
Oh, this. Here you go. Enjoy.
A Nymea lily from G-Cock. For me, what a lovely gesture. I shall place it at my daughter's gravestone, just as I have every day since you and your companions mercifully ended the war. While the fighting still raged on, it was all I could do to eke out a living. Deep down, the loss of my child devastated me, but my heart was too consumed by fear and uncertainty to grieve as a mother should. Now, thanks to the efforts of Lord Francel and generous souls like yourself, I no longer want for a roof over my head and food on my plate. At long last, I know the peace of mind that frees me to reflect upon my daughter's life and honor her memory. Why, I would have liked nothing more than to walk these streets with her, to show her what a magnificent, uplifting place the firmament has become. I can at least take comfort in knowing that her spirit lives on in my own heart, and in the city and nation I now strive to help rebuild. And though my own child may never return, I also find solace in knowing that the younglings I see playing in the streets need never make the same sacrifice. For this you have our eternal gratitude.
Oh, oops, I almost jumped off into the abyss. Probably shouldn't do that. Ah, I see you delivered the lilies. Thank you, friend. You've done me a greater kindness than I deserve. My apologies for imposing upon you as I did. I know as well as any that you've no end of gravely important matters to attend to.
And yet, being the old busybody I am, I couldn't help but feel that I wanted you to see and hear from the people of this place yourself. To witness, to experience firsthand just how much your presence has meant to, and I do not exaggerate, every last man, woman, and child who calls this place home. Indeed, it is because of you, you above all, that we can at last come to some small measure of peace with the past, devote our efforts in the present, and turn a hopeful eye towards an ever brighter future. Speaking of which, you perchance know of the traditional meaning of the Nymea lily. While nowadays they are thought of a symbol of parting, and therefore used to pay tribute to the departed, in olden times they were said to afford safe passage to those embarking on a journey. I pray that the spinner always watches over you in your travels. Know that you are ever welcome here, in this place where your deeds have allowed an entire nation and its people to set forth on a new journey of their own.
Get some bright lily seeds. When planted in nutrient-rich soil, large black seeds will grow into vibrant lily plants more than several fulms high. Nymea lily is often said to afford safe travel to those on a journey. Pray that our nation continues to tread safely on our path towards a new era. Alright, next up, swords to plowshares. Oh, there we go. Hi, care to tell me about your cannon, lady? Swords to plowshares. Eddie Loud looks as though she's ready to take on the world.
If it isn't the savior of Ishgard in the flesh, you couldn't have come at a better time. How would you like to assist the illustrious Ediloud?
I don't know why I had such trouble with that name, considering I just said it. Ishgard's preeminent pyrotechnician in her latest foray into the realm of sky-spanning aesthetic excellence. Say no more, of course you would. Here, take this coal into hand and use it to set the masterpiece I place over on Quill's Trace of Flame. Promise you the result will be nothing short of scintillating. Lady Ediloud! Well, what are you waiting for? Go and set my marvelous invention ablaze already. Every second you tarry, you deprive the world of my sheer aesthetic mastery. When did Robbie Damon say that, Otaku? Love a good Robbie Damon character. Ediloud just dropped this off here and ran off laughing like a woman possessed. Whatever could it be? Smoldering coal. This red-hot piece of carbonized wood is a handy way to light a fire. Oh, right, he's Hubert, of course. Oh-ho! Now there's a sight to behold. Ediloud kept saying how she was slaving away in her workshop on the project of a lifetime, but I figured she was just blowing hot air again. You honor us with your presence, my lady. Just between you and me, I couldn't help but notice a similar-looking device sitting all alone atop the mattock, and a group of children eagerly gathered around it. Perhaps Ediloud means to put on a show for them as well. Sure, nothing would delight the children more than to see the sky filled with a blaze of colors. Probably won't even scare the shit out of them. Oh hey, it's these two. Those were the two kids from one of the previous orphanage quests. Hey, kid.
What's this weird tube?
Stare very closely at it. And put your hands near it. It'll be funny.
The sky, it's sparkling. I've never seen anything so beautiful. Hey, miss, I saw another one of those tubes over on the abacus. Do you think that one will make the sky light up too? Come on, miss, make the sky light up again. Do it! Not a day goes by that I do not give thanks for all you've done for us, my lady, but whatever brings you here today?
I'm here to scare the shit out of you with my fireworks blast. Looks like I only scared one person, but that's okay. It's good enough.
Oh my, what beautiful fireworks! I've not seen such a sight since... well, it's been many years. Still, what a lovely way to celebrate the restoration of the firmament. And how fitting it is that the one to ignite the blaze is none other than the very hero who delivered our fair nation from war. Thank you, my lady. Do pass on my regards to dear Edilau the next time you see her. Truth be told, Edilau is the daughter of a dear friend of mine. The girl's always been a touch eccentric, but she's got a good heart in her. She fought bravely in the war, but I heard she was struggling to find good work in recent days. It's good to know that she's found a new passion to pursue.
Yeah, she can make all the fireworks that people need to power their elytras. It's like my Minecraft reference. What do you think about that, huh?
Whee! Who gave you permission to set off all the fireworks, you fool? But I jest. I was hoping you would do just that. Why, I saw the sights from here, and I do believe it's safe to say that I am every ilm the genius I always knew myself to be. The townspeople appreciate my masterwork as much as I did. Of course they did. The incredible spectrum of colors, the unsurpassed elegance with which they dance and dart through the sky. Only a fool or a blind man would have failed to appreciate the spectacle. But my true deed doesn't end there. Take a look at this beauty beside me. The one that I've aimed at my neighbor's house. Bertha here was my pride and joy when I served on the front lines. Couldn't count the number of times she saved me from the ravaging claws of the Horde. When the war ended, I figured she'd just end up all alone, collecting dust in the dark corner of some storehouse. So I offered to take her home myself, with the promise that I'd keep her well maintained and put her to good use. And my natural aptitude for pyrotechnics has allowed me to do just that. I may no longer have need for weapons to shoot dragons out of the sky, but I mean to give Bertha here a new life shooting sheer beauty into the sky and bringing joy and hope to the people of our nation. But why stop at Ishgard? Yes, one day I will journey across all Eorzea with Bertha in tow, lighting up the skies in all corners of the realm with a spectacular rainbow of fiery blossoms. For the part you've played in helping me realize my life's work, I thank you. As do, no doubt, all who will one day bear witness to the wonders that you have helped me introduce to the world. And with that, I give you leave to resume your travels. But wherever you roam, always look to the sky, for you never know when Edilaud's fabulous fireworks will return to grace your eyes once more. And we get a ton of useless prisms. My favorite. Sorry, one sec. Something just crossed my mind. Let's see. Sorry, I was just looking at something. I was reminded today that the new Lego Batman game comes out next month. And I was thinking I would probably do what I did for the Skywalker Saga and stream that when it comes out. Hang on, what day? Is it Tuesday? I might be able to do that. Alright. Hello, blissful bather of steam, sweat, and water. The blissful bather is dying to talk to anyone who will listen to him. Oh, good. Welcome, welcome, my good woman, to Snow-Soaked Springs. This is my favorite place in the world, and once you experience its soothing waters for yourself, I've little doubt it will be yours as well.
Yes, visitors of all stripes come from near and far, seeking the succor of its healing waters, which are all but proven to have the power to wash away one's every worry, and ease nigh upon every ache, pain, ailment, or malady known to man. Why, I myself have bathed here some 20-odd times, and that's just today. Do you not feel the gentle, steamy breeze in the air? Does the sound of trickling water not tickle your ears with sheer delight? Can you not scarcely wait to free yourself from the biting cold and slip into a sublime world of warmth and comfort? I mean, I guess. Say no more. Your bemused gaze tells me that this is your first visit to this splendiferous sight. Allow me to give you the tour. This here is the rest area, where one can relax and cool off one's body after a sumptuous soak. Sitting here and breathing in the fresh air, whilst sipping Ishgardian brandy or a nourishing broth, nourishing both belly and soul with a cup of yak's milk, why, if there is a more heavenly sensation to be found in this realm, then I'm a Mylodon's uncle. Now, allow me to truly amaze and astound you, for I haven't even gotten to the best part of it all. I speak, of course, of the steam bath, that blissful haven of heat and sweat that will flush the toxins out of every pore of your body and leave you feeling like a woman reborn. But why take my word for it? Slip into your bathing attire and follow me. You came for a nice relaxing soak in the water, you say? Ah, but don't you worry, that's coming at the end. Trust me, you'll appreciate it that much more after you've sweat your fair share. Alright, okay, I guess. Well, hang on, I think we've got a bathing suit. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what if I speak to him out here? I can teleport in. I did it. Is it not a sight to behold? I swear to you, if there's a more incredible invention in our entire realm, why, you can cast me from the highest peak of Corthus. Some find the heat too overpowering for their liking, but I'm certain that for a strapping young woman like yourself, the experience will prove positively divine. And once the sweat has poured from you like Great Hill Falls, plunge into the chill waters of this pool, and, mark my words, you'll feel as if you went soaring straight into the heavens. Not to mention that you'll lock in the heat and ward off any malicious maladies or ailments seeking to break into your body. Don't take my word for it. Just between you and me, a certain illustrious individual who shall remain unnamed but may or may not be the esteemed Azure Dragoon has been known to stop by for a soak from time to time. Why, I've even spoken with him myself. Yeah, you're talking to her right now. I'm the Azure Dragoon. I cannot stress that enough. Is Ruja strapping? I think she's probably a strappee, honestly. All things considered. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself again. Yes, I simply must escort you to the baths. I'm gonna teleport back outside. If I had my... There we go. Feast your eyes upon Snowsoak's pride and joy, the grand baths. I have it on good account that a select group of Ishgard's most accomplished artisans labored for nigh 7 fortnights to shape this tub into an aesthetically perfect form worthy of the blissful waters that fill it. Why, it's said that the original design was conceived by none other than the erstwhile Count Terrason de Dismail, who also developed the method by which the springs are summoned up from the deep beneath the ground, to bless our bodies with the warmth and healing powers. As you might remember, Terrason is hanging out like somewhere over there with Mogson. But could one possibly hope to appreciate the sheer wonder of the baths and sauna simply by hearing some stranger ramble so rapturously about it until the end of time? Heavens no! So what are you waiting for? Doff your garb and hop in for yourself already. I'm doing it. I'm swamming. Tell me, my friend, are you prepared to experience true bliss? Yes, I mean, I'm already in the hot springs with my current garb. I'll have you know. Ah, but is it not everything I said it was and then some? Oh, is this who I think it is? Hang on. Hang on. Nope. Okay, never mind. Slap me silly with a kissing trout, if it isn't the esteemed Count Charlemagne de Durandare. What brings your lordship to this place? Does the Durandare Demence not have a private bathhouse that far outstrips this place in sheer scope and luxury?
I do believe these facilities are open to one and all, regardless of stature or status. If you must know, firstly, they afford me the opportunity to converse uninhibited with individuals such as yourself, that I might hear the voices of our citizens firsthand. If more members of the nobility were to follow my lead, I do firmly believe that Ishgard would become a more compassionate nation. Yet far too many of them seem to believe themselves above it all. And so, as lord of the highest of high houses, I come here to set an example. Secondly, I come to admire the artistry and technical mastery of House Dismail. It pleases me greatly to see that they too are expanding their aesthetic pursuits, forging a new role for themselves in this new age of peace and enlightenment. Thirdly, but is it not self-evident? Soaking in these soothing waters, gazing out upon the snow-kissed landscape, there is no place in our fair realm I would rather be.
Yeah.
I'm kind of blocking Terracin with my little PNG guy. That's okay. You don't need to look at him. Alright. Out of that. Back into the regular gear. Get rid of these fucking things. I don't need them. Alright, one last one. Off to the new nest, and then we are... I guess we'll run around, talk to people, see if there's updated dialogue, and then that'll do it with this place until fucking Shadowbringers. So, crazy. Warm hands, warm hearts. Parakeel's eyes gleam with determination.
Oh, hello again. How have you been? As for us, we've been helping Rasquin out like always. He tells us we're doing a better job with every passing day. Speaking of which, have you been to the Rising Song yet? It's such a nice place. You can even hear music playing from time to time. Actually, we've been thinking how wonderful it would be if we could find work there. Lysel, my friends! Oh, it's you. Whatever is the matter? You won't believe this, but I'm leaving the orphanage. So they found a new family for you?
Good for you, I suppose.
Yes, I have. My new father, he's a knight, you see. And my new mother is the nicest lady you'll ever meet. Anyway, so Rasquin told me to come and say, oh, I can't do it. I don't want to say goodbye to all of you. Oh, don't try like that. Even after you start living with your new family, you can come and play with us whenever you want. That's right. And if they're ever mean to you, me and my best friend here will give them a good pounding for you. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of any kid I see. I'll do it. Don't fucking test me.
And how about this? For those times when you can't leave home, we'll make a memento for you that you can remember us at any time. How would you like that? You'd really do that for me? Oh, thank you, my friends. I have to go back to the orphanage now, but I'll be waiting there until my new father comes. Be seeing you.
I won't lie, I was kind of hoping that the person who met us in the bath was Estinian so I could break out the, It's been a long time.
I just blurted that out without asking Lysel and Jolchazane first, but they won't mind, will they? Paraquil's always coming up with big, exciting ideas. It's really quite impressive. A memento, huh? Such a good idea. I was thinking the exact same thing myself. Yes, I'm glad you agree, but whatever should we make them? I haven't the slightest idea. Good thing that I have plenty of them. For example, how about a pair of nice fluffy gloves so he can always keep his hands warm? Yes, that doesn't seem like it would be too difficult. That settles it then. Well, I guess it's off to Marcelo's shop for us. You don't mind coming along, do you? I'll check with Rastiquin to see when our friend's father is coming. After all, there's no point in making a present if we're too late to give it to him. I'll ready the tools so we can get to work right away.
Yeah, okay. Hello, children.
Mistress Ruja, it's not often I see you in the company of children, whatever is the occasion.
Thank you for a most lovely concert. Just between the two of us, I couldn't help but notice my dear husband shed a few tears during her performance. As an artisan and an Ishgardian, as one who has finally found acceptance and fulfillment in the city he so loves, no doubt the experience moved him deeply. Daddy says he'll leave the piano on the plaza so anyone can play it when they like. Isn't that nice of him? I'm gonna go ask Maylee if she wants to play with me. Oh, there you are. Isn't Mr. Marcelo just the best? May looks scary, but he's so nice to us. And the toys he makes are simply incredible. I'm glad I'm not one of those babies that's too frightened to talk to him. Hello there, Mr. Marcelo. We're in need of some yarn to knit a pair of gloves for a friend. Might you be able to spare some?
Jolchusain, always a pleasure to see you, my young friend. If it's yarn you need, it's yarn you'll get. But before that, allow me to share with you a little story. As a matter of fact, your friend Ruja here is a true hero. It's thanks to her and Lord Francel that I have a home here in the firmament. Did you know that?
Really? That's amazing. You really are a hero, lady.
Truly, I know of none who have done more to bring happiness and prosperity to the people like you. And so I am proud to bestow upon you the spindle of yarn free of charge. May it serve you and your young friends well.
Why giving it to me? I'm not doing anything with it. Give it to the kid.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Marcelo. Till next time.
I promise you, my yarn is the finest in Ishgard. May it make a warm and toasty pair of gloves for the children.
That's the same. That's the same. Okay. I think Marcelo will probably have his updated dialogue once this quest is done.
So you're friends with Mr. Marcelo, just like me. Great minds think alike, I always say. Were you able to procure the yarn from Marcelo's shop? I've readied everything else we need.
Soft yarn, an ample quantity of smooth-to-the-touch yarn generously supplied to you by Marcelo.
Wonderful. Now all we need is to find Lysel. That won't be necessary. And look who I've brought with me. After all, what would make for a nicer memory than if we were to make his present right before his very eyes, don't you agree?
Ooh, they made a high-quality one. Look at those little mittens.
Wow, they're invisible. I mean, not really. Oh, they're so fluffy and warm. Oh, thank you, my friends. I'll treasure these gloves forever.
Ah, there you are, my child.
Oh, Mr. Redwald. Welcome back, Father.
Oh, it's Redwald. Of course, nothing would make me happier than for you to call me so, my boy. But there is no need to force yourself. After all, this is only but our first of many days together.
This is your new father. I think I might be jealous.
And you, Mistress Lorelei, I have heard much of Lord Vilmont of your selfless contributions to the restoration effort, but I did not expect to find you here in the flesh. The heavens smile upon me today indeed. I am pleased to report that, thanks in no small part to your efforts, the Falcon's Nest flourishes like never before. With things having settled down some, many of our soldiers and artisans have even brought their families to come reside with them. My wife and I now live together as well, and it recently occurred to us how delightful it would be to welcome a new member of the family, a gift we were sadly not blessed with in our younger days. I must confess, I was surprised at first to see how reluctant the boy was to leave this place. Yet seeing the warmth and camaraderie that fills this place, I now understand entirely. Rest assured that we shall do all in our power to see that the boy is happy and cherished in his new home.
Well, I suppose I'd best be off with Father here, but don't worry, I'll be back to play someday. you really think he'll come back to visit? Anyhow, I have an idea. He wasn't the first to say goodbye to this place, and he won't be the last. What if we make giving those same pair of gloves a tradition for every child who leaves the orphanage in the future? I had the same idea. That way, even if we go our separate ways, it will be as if we're always together forever. Go our separate ways. Peyraquil, you don't look good. Whatever's the matter? I'm sorry. I'm just a bit tired. I think I'll go lie down for a while. When Peyraquil goes off on his own, like that on his own, it usually means he has something on his mind. I don't want to pry, but it's so cold out here, and I'm sure he's feeling lonely, even if he won't admit it. Might I ask you to check on him for us? I can't help but feel he'd find it easier to talk to you. He can't have gone far, so it shouldn't be too hard to find him. Please? I'll follow along out of sight. Wait. Have you found Peyraquil yet? I'm sure he's just found himself some secluded area close by. Peyraquil's always going off to sulk on his own. I'll never understand why. Aren't we his best friends?
I like seeing Redwald adopt a kid. Fucking dumbass, stop crying. Your friends love you and stuff. Wait.
Ruja, I'm not crying. It's just some snow fell in my eye and... Oh, I'll admit it. It's just that I love my friends here so much. When Lysel said what she said, I couldn't help but imagine the three of us going off far away, never to see each other again. We're the oldest here, after all. Even if they can't find families for us, we won't be able to stay here forever. More likely than not, we'll have to go off on our own. Having to make a new life for myself in a cruel, unfamiliar world without a family or my dear friends by my side, I thought it's just too much to bear.
You're not alone. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for. Hey, you're not alone.
That's right. We might not be related by blood, but we might not know our mothers and fathers, but we're family, aren't we? You, me, and Chilchazane. Why, I've thought all along that when we leave here, we could open a shop together. We could make our living crafting and building things to make people's lives better, just like we do now. What's this talk of going off by yourself somewhere? That's right. Why, we can even travel to other nations to sell our goods far and wide. And then when we're done, we could come back here and bring presents from around the world to the orphans. Wouldn't that just be the best? See? What's wrong with that kind of family? Ruja here didn't end the war just so you could sulk around all alone. We have a bright future ahead of us, so we need to dream big. So what do you say, Peyraquil? Yes, my friends. Oh, I would like nothing more.
And now I walk off into the sunset like a cool hero.
Thank you, Ruja. I'm sorry to have worried you so.
No problem, kid. See you later.
Tell me, if we do go off traveling the world like Lysel says, might we run into you somewhere? Truly, nothing would make me happier. So please, keep an eye out for those gloves you helped us make. That's how you'll spot us. Safe travels, friend, till we meet again.
quest. Alright, let's run around and talk. Yep. Hey.
May sound bittersweet, but every meeting must one day lead to a parting. It's quite impressive to see how far those three have come, wouldn't you say? I've little doubt they'll be able to forge a successful future for themselves when they leave us for good. Part of me wishes they could stay with us forever, yet I cannot admit they were destined for greater things. You have friends among the merchants in Featherfall, yes? If you know any who would be particularly interested in purchasing our wares at a premium, you must let us know. Rassequin is always saying that there are all types of families out there, and I couldn't agree more. Rather than going off to live with a mother and father I don't even know, I'd rather keep the family that we have here together. Just you watch. One day we're going to buy a big house in the firmament that the three of us can call home. You'll come visit us, won't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I will, kid. Someday.
Insert Linkin Park ending song here. Alright, let's talk with Marcelo and run around and see what else there is.
It was an honor to play my own small part in such a grand celebration. To think that there was a time when I feared my family and my homeland would never welcome me back again. How far we have all come, and I will never forget my gratitude to you and Lord Francel for making this possible.
Is there actually anybody else that we can talk to that would give us different dialogue? I don't think so. Hang on, let me swing back over here real quick. Just want to talk to Edelout again real quick, just to make sure I got that.
You will share the wonder of my fireworks with the rest of the realm, will you not? Simply would not do to deprive even one individual of my aesthetic brilliance.
Oh yeah, let's also check real quick with everybody at the Dias to make sure there's no unique stuff there. But I think after that, I think we're about done.
Rusha, might I take your presence here to mean you are willing to grace us with an encore performance? If so, I should be happy to send for your fellow performers at once. Oh, and if you'd like to try your hand at a more challenging composition this time, I'd be happy to procure another score.
No thank you.
Oh, but forgive me, I didn't want me to pressure you so. Whenever you feel the mood to perform, you need only say the word.
I won't. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the Firmament for now. Fun questline. I like seeing all of the ways that various people among Ishgard change as the nation adapts to everything that's happened to it. But I think it also represents something to me that I've read that one already. It represents something to me that I wish would be replicated more. I for the longest time, I have felt that, like, there are a ton of other places in 14 that would, like, at least from, like, a story standpoint, benefit from a something like this, And so far, Ishgard has been the only one to really get it. There's kind of one that happens in Stormblood, but it functions a little bit differently, and it wasn't as, like, extensive of a thing. And realistically, there should be, like, 2 in Stormblood at the very least, But there simply isn't, unfortunately. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, folks. Short one, I know, but that was always the plan. I am glad to have this behind me, though. Thinking about doing all this and reading all this, looking at the list of quests is just like,
Oh boy, it's just so much of it, you know. Anyway, as usual, thank you all very much for joining me, and remember, this Sunday, Star Force 2 comes back. So I would really like it if people were there, because I love playing that game and I want to keep doing it.
But yeah, see y'all then. Bye bye.